Hey, welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's unboxing or unpackaging video, we're going to be taking a look at the Quantum QFL-215 pocket work light. I got this from Harbor Freight for $3.99 on their Black Friday sale. Normally, Harbor Freight sells it for $6.99. Amazon, you can get it off of Amazon, but it's $11.99 off of Amazon. I think at $3.99 this is a smoking deal for this particular flashlight. $6.99 is still a good deal because it does come with batteries. It comes with 3 AA alkaline batteries. I believe they're Harbor Freight branded batteries. We'll take a look at that. It is a 215 lumen magnetic pocket work light. So you can put it in a pocket if your pocket is deep enough. It does have a pocket clip on it. And the base of it is magnetic, so it will stick to metal surfaces like a fender of your car, the hood of your car, your toolbox, anything that a magnet would stick to. Let's see, it has a polycarbonate lens on it, which is supposedly shadow resistant. I have dropped the flashlight a couple times already onto my concrete floor, although it has not landed on the polycarbonate lens. So let's see, what else we got? The body of the flashlight's made out of aluminum. The height is listed at 0.95 of an inch. The product length is 7.48 inches, so it is kind of long, longer than a pen light. Quantum also sells a pen light, but I looked at that one. That one's like 65 lumens. It's not very bright, not like this one. The product width is 1.3 inches. They list a beam range of 55.9 feet, and the runtime on a full charge, well, fresh batteries, 3 alkaline AA batteries, they list 3 hours and 30 minutes. I got a little bit longer than that, but you know, when you start getting up into that time frame, the light output's really low, so probably going to want to change the batteries before that. And it is made in China, so that's something to keep in mind. So I picked up a handful of these because I'm going to I'm going to put one of these in my car. I've got one on my workbench, and I've got one in my work bag. So a little bit more flexible as a work light than a tactical light. You know, tactical lights normally use CR123 batteries. Those are pricey. If you've got, like, I've got tactical lights where the batteries are rechargeable, that's a good thing. But those lights don't, they don't have, a lot of them don't have magnetic bases or pocket clips, so they're not quite as flexible when you get into, you're working underneath your dash or underneath your car or in the engine bay. So this is a little bit more flexible for me and my purposes. Anyway, the packaging is nice because, as you can see on the top of the packaging, it's actually open, so you can actually test the light. It has a rubberized textured button, clicky button, and there's 2 modes. There's high and there's low. Well, the high obviously is 215 lumens, but they don't say what the low mode is for the light output, so I can't tell you. One thing, if you do go to buy some of these at Harbor Freight, and they got a bunch of them, test it, because a couple of the ones that were in the front of the display area, the batteries were kind of weak, probably from people testing them and leaving them on. So, you know, grab them from the back, make sure the batteries are fresh. That's what I did. So the back of this basically just says distributed by Harbor Freight. All the same information I already told you. Doesn't tell me about the low mode on this, and that's it. So that's the packaging. Now I've got a light already here that we can take a look at. You can see that's a standard magnetic base. We'll test this. I'll put it on my toolbox, and then we have a pocket clip that's a fairly tight pocket clip. One thing I noticed, which I found kind of interesting, was, if you can see, the pocket clip has this cutout at the top. This is what you'd normally see on something that you'd be mounting to a wall, where you put a round-headed screw, part way into the wall, and you slide this over the screw, and then you slide it down to lock it in place. That's what this reminds me of, but I can't see that making a whole lot of sense. Mounting this to the wall on a screw, I guess you could with this setup, but I just don't know what this is for, or what the design intent was. So if any of you watching this, if you know what this was intended to be used for, other than what I just said, you know, leave a comment in the description and let me know, because I am a bit curious why they would have that there. Everything else about this is pretty straightforward, and the magnetic base, the magnets on the bottom, black, flat black finish, says quantum, chrome bezel underneath this polycarbonate cover, and then the textured black button, the clicky button right there, which is recessed, so you're not going to accidentally press it. Now this probably won't fit in a standard shirt pocket, but on my work apron, I've got a deep pocket, and I've clipped this, put this down in there and clipped it in. It fits fine because those work pockets are designed to hold tools, and that's real convenient for me, because I can hold it, or I can keep it in my apron work pocket and just press a button and, you know, turn the light on when I need it and turn it off. So that's pretty straightforward there. To replace the batteries, we take the cap off the bottom. There's the bottom of the cap. It's got a metal nub, and the spring is underneath that, so it makes solid contacts with the batteries. 3 batteries. It does come with the Thunderbolt Magnum AA batteries. These are also made in China. I think these are also Harbor Freight batteries, because I bought a box of them at Harbor Freight as well. Because I bought, I don't know, like 24 for $4 or something at the Black Friday sale. And they're not bad. I haven't compared them to like Duracells or Energizers, but I can't comment. But anyway, you can further disassemble this light if you so desire. This part right here unscrews, so you can take that barrel out, and this part comes off, and then the polycarbonate cover / chrome bezel comes off, and then we have the LED light panels. And I'm not going to take it apart. Sorry if it's out of frame there. I'm not going to take it apart any further than that, but if for some reason you need to get in there and clean it or do something, you know, you can take it apart, and it goes back together. Hopefully it goes back together. Like this. And you got to kind of hold it down, and then this ring piece here has got a hole in it right there, if you can see that, maybe not. And that goes over the, I think it goes over this. See if I got this put back together correctly. Yep, that's correct. And we just screw this back in like so. You may never have to take that apart, but you can if you so desire. And that's all there is to this light. At the end of the video, I'll actually take this outside at night, and I'll walk around and give you an idea of the light output. For 215 lumens, this is very bright. Works very well for me and my application for working on cars in the interior and under the engine bay and such. Plenty of light. 215 lumens is plenty. I did test the quantum pen light. I think it's 65 lumens. That was way too dim, and it uses, you know, AAA batteries. So this was definitely the better choice. Anyway, let me reposition the camera, and I'll show you how how strong the magnet is attached to a solid metal surface. All right, I just repositioned the camera so we get a view of my toolbox here, and we can attach the light. The one thing, since I've been using this for a few days, I've done some work underneath or in the engine bay of my car, and I had this attached to the underside of the hood, and the magnet is strong enough where you can actually just, you know, you can go ahead and rotate this light. You don't have to worry about the light accidentally falling off, assuming that it's a good solid metal surface. For me to remove this light, if I pull straight on it, I've got to put a lot of force to pull this off. The easiest way to remove it is just to tilt it to remove it. But if you just are pulling straight, you can hang this upside down like I did. It's not going to fall off. And then you can, you know, hit the buttons and rotate the light around, and it works real good. So anyway, that's pretty much all my talking points on this light. I'm real happy with it so far, since I only paid $3.99 for them. That was a great buy. I'll attach some night clips of me walking around with this light so you can get an idea of how bright it is at nighttime outside. Alright, I'm out here at night with the quantum flashlight, trying to find a sufficiently dark enough area to demonstrate this light here. Come over by the dumpsters. So this is the 215 lumen setting, a bright setting. And it's got a very broad beam pattern. It's not a pinpoint beam with a hot spot in the center. It's very broad, so it's definitely a good work light. I'll switch this over to the secondary mode, the lower mode. You can see the brightness difference, probably about half the amount of light output. And turn it off altogether. As you see, it's basically pitch black. And this is the high mode again. So definitely very, very broad beam pattern, and it's definitely very bright. For 215 lumens, it almost seems like it's brighter than that, but have no way to verify that. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this test of the quantum light.